Hey viewers, what's up? Before I start this video, I'd like to point out a few things. So this only ended up being 150 days because the world kind of got messed up. My friends logged on and they didn't load the mods in, and I lost all of my modded items and achievements and kind of messed up the world a bit, and I wasn't about to cheat to get all my stuff back. So it only got to 150 days before we did that. Also, I must point out that my dog Birdie also died in the last episode. I don't know where he went. It didn't say that he died in the chat, but he literally just disappeared and he's not teleporting back to me, so I think he died. Don't worry, we will always remember him in our hearts, and he will live on through the channel for as long as we can remember. Anyway, let's get into the video. In this video, I spent 150 days in modded survival 1.16 Minecraft. My goals in this video were to obtain full enchanted netherite gear, kill the ender dragon, and build a more efficient mob grinder. Sadly, I only got around to finishing the mob grinder as my goal, and I also added a lot of new mods to this series, so you may be able to notice them throughout the video. Also, don't forget to smash the like button and hit that bell to turn on notifications. That way, you'll know when all of my videos post. You can go there to watch them, easy as that. On day 101, I literally went mining the entire time and exploring the mine shaft. Now that I had full diamond armor, I was much less scared of any mob that came my way. So I literally just went looking for resources, didn't find any diamonds, which was pretty sad, but still, you know, I was okay with what I found. I found a lot of good ores, iron and silver and stuff like that. I also came across a lot of creepers on my journey through this mine shaft. On day 102, I started adding more onto the roller coaster. I had grinded and gotten a lot of rails and powered rails and items that I needed to complete this roller coaster. So I kind of just kept working on that. Also, this husk tried to get on my roller coaster and ride it while it was a bit too early, and I just decided to give him the boot. Day 103, I went mining some more, but this time not fun, cool cave exploring, but boring old strip mining. I had one of my dogs named Fatboy collect all the items because I had given him an ability that allowed him to pick up items. So yeah, that was why I brought him with me, and he was actually a pretty great help. I also crafted a lot of pickaxes in order to do this. I was mining for diamonds mainly because I was actually running out of them, and I needed more so I could enchant my diamond gear. On day 104, I got attacked by a creeper who had literally climbed up my ladder and had found its way into my house. I was really scared, but I knew it had to go, so I shot it with some bows and arrows, but eventually I ran out, and I really didn't want to go over there and kill him with my sword, but I had to, and thankfully I one-shotted it, and now it was gone, and I didn't have to worry about it anymore. Day 105, I went and I fixed my spelling error that I had put on the wishing well by mistake and hadn't noticed until I finished editing the 100 days video. This time I fixed it, and this time it will no longer upset you. I also made sure to do multiple test runs on my roller coaster just to make sure it was working properly, and every time I went up those ramps I got boosted up and didn't come back down. And it was really fun. Building roller coasters in Minecraft is super fun. I recommend very much. Please do it if you feel like it. You will not regret it. Anyway, up here I added this fun little part where you literally fall off of the roller coaster and then you land back on it again. It's pretty cool. I also paid my giant deathworm a visit. Turns out he had never really gotten very far from my house, and he kind of stayed around the area where my house was in, and that was good to know. I planted some sheep seeds in my cow pen so my other sheep wouldn't get lonely. Then I went and crafted some iron tools, mainly, well, only iron pickaxes because I was going to do a lot of mining to get diamonds to fix my armor. I actually did end up finding diamonds though, which was pretty good. It was only 3, but at least now I could fix my pickaxe when I needed to. so I was okay with that. Then I unleashed my inner Technoblade and farmed all of my plants, mostly the potatoes of course, and then I replanted them. I also made sure to do some mob grinding by killing my ghosts, and then I went to get sand. Why do you ask? Because I was going to try and make TNT to get my full set of netherite armor, and the best and most efficient way to get netherite is to blow up any place in the level that netherite spawns in. So that's what I started doing. That's why I was mining all of this sand. I took a dive into this river and I found some strange eels that were fighting each other, and this one seemed to be latched onto the other eel for some weird reason. I really don't know what was going on here. I decided to just watch it happen, and it eventually killed the other eel, which kind of scared me. I thought it would end up attacking me. Then I had to go and put my diamond armor inside of this chest because I didn't want it to break, because it took me a long time to get that diamond armor, and diamonds are hard for me to find. After that, I went to the nether because I wanted to trade with the piglins in order to get some good items, hopefully. But none of the other mobs really wanted to, and they started attacking me. And then I decided to finally get started on the mob grinder. I was literally too lazy to just look up the wiki and figure out how to make it on the instant builds mod, so I literally just made it all by myself without using that mod at all. And I made a huge mistake doing that. I really shouldn't have done that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this mob grinder ended up taking me like 30 days to complete, and really, I made a bad decision. I would have gotten it done a lot faster had I just used the instant builds mod. Oh my goodness, dude. I built this mainly for means of XP, so I could get some really good enchantments on my armor, because I wanted to get like level 30 enchanted netherite armor, and I knew that was going to be a challenge, so I decided to build this first, so then I could actually, do that. And what's worse, I didn't even get around to doing it because I didn't get any netherite armor. Oh my goodness. And my fears had come true from a couple days earlier. That eel thing literally latched onto me and started dealing damage to me, and I didn't know what to do. I figured if I just attacked it like that, it would just die, and it did. Process on the mob grinder, not close to being complete at all. The tutorial that I was using to build the mob grinder said I needed trapdoors, and I just didn't understand. Why do you need trapdoors for? I went and put my cursed chest right next to the new and improved mob grinder just to show a little history of what I used to use to get XP. And then a group of pillagers just suddenly came out of nowhere and they tried to attack me. However, I knew I could take on them even though I didn't have full diamond armor anymore. I started making them shoot each other and it seemed to work quite a bit. However, the raid captain was the only person left standing at this point, so I had him shoot one of the vampire hunters, and then I had him attack him, so then I wouldn't end up getting the bad omen effect, and I would not bring a raid to the village. So then I went and I grabbed the ominous banner. Learned this in a mumbo jumbo video. And yep, I put a hopper in a minecart and sent it spinning around the mob grinder. I started adding more and more to this mob grinder, and I was running out of blocks, so it was starting to look worse and worse, because when you use a ton of different blocks that just don't match up with each other, it literally just doesn't look good. And the day finally came when I finished building it, and oh my goodness, this was such a tedious process. It actually worked. A lot of spiders were spawning, and the hopper was picking up all of the items, and I was getting a lot of XP from it. Also, I saw that the jungle tree that I had planted had gotten seriously overgrown since I last took a look at it, and then I went and crafted the best food source in Minecraft, golden carrots. After doing a bit of mob grinding, I ran back to my house to try and get some level 30 enchantments on my armor. But back when I did this, I was a massive noob, and I didn't know that you had to have a ton of bookshelves around the enchantment table in order to make the level 30 enchantments. And I was so embarrassed about myself, so I literally just went and made an efficiency 2 diamond pickaxe instead, fixing my diamond pickaxe in the process. I also figured out that my house actually had an attic in it, as I was going to build a little enchantment room up there, and I figured that an attic would be a very great place to actually build a enchantment room. And here's what my enchantment room ended up looking like from the very beginning. I only had enough supplies to build one bookshelf, which was pretty sad knowing how much more I would need in order to get level 30 enchantments. But you know, I guess I did have many more days to complete this project. After that, I went and I added more onto my roller coaster. I wanted to at least make it reach the Mermec's Nest in this 150 days. I wanted the roller coaster to be like a tour of my 100 days world. After doing that, I went and bred my cows, and I saw that the sheep plant was ready to be harvested, so I went and did that. Now my sheep had a friend. Also, I made sure to replant the sheep seeds, so I could just get a ton of sheep. And look at this big happy family of cows.
Die, cows!
You guys saw nothing. You did not just see, like a couple of cows just get murdered. I'll give you some wheat if you tell me that you didn't see anything, okay? And also, I was walking and I literally like dug a piece of sand and it collapsed into this ravine. It scared me so bad. But anyway, that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry I couldn't do a full 200 days. I hope you can understand why I wasn't able to do that. But I'll make up for it. I'm going to do a 100 days in Pixelmon video pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. And see you all.